Hey, this is Coach Selby here. Just wanted to check in with you guys on what does it take to be quick. Everybody's kind of trying to figure out what the secret of quickness is. So I'm going to share with you what I believe are some of the ways to make you quick. The first thing I want to mention though is it was John Wooden who said, be quick, but don't hurry. Be quick, but don't hurry. So what does that mean? If you understand your sport, if you understand basketball, you understand the fundamentals of football, or the fundamentals of whatever sport you're doing, that's going to allow you to be quick without hurrying. A lot of times guys travel or jump off sides or do foot faults or whatever it is in your sports. You do that because you haven't completely need to understand the fundamentals. Okay? Fundamentals. What are the fundamentals of the footwork for the sport that you're doing? What's the fundamentals of jumping? What's the fundamentals of running? So take a step back, look at the sport, okay? What are the keys? What are the angles that need to be moved on? Okay, so when you begin to think about what are the fundamentals of the sport and you look at them, you actually step back and look at them, it's going to give you an opportunity to begin to really zero in on what muscles are being used, what angles are being used, and you can relax into it. Michael Jordan was extremely quick, okay, but he wasn't fast. And the reason that he was quick, and the reason that Kobe is quick, the reason that Chris Paul is quick, Jason Williams is quick, the reason that these players are quick is because they understand fundamentals. If I get my shoulder to the defender's hip, the defender can't do anything. Okay? That's the same thing in soccer, same thing in football. So understanding what the fundamentals are of where the shoulder needs to be in relation to the player's hip, where my knee needs to be in relation to the other player's knee. Little things like that will make a huge difference, and that'll help you develop your quickness. The next thing to developing quickness, got to develop flexibility. It's no way that the strongest man in the world, okay, is going to have quickness unless he's got flexibility. I've said it over and over again. It's going to be the same message over and over again. Without flexibility, you have no speed, no quickness, no coordination, no agility. So you need to develop your coordination. You need to develop your flexibility, which in turn will allow you to develop your coordination. So we got develop flexibility. Next, need to develop functional strength. Every muscle, every joint in your body moves in a certain plane. Okay, your legs, your feet, they all move in a certain plane. And so if you're not strengthening them according to those planes, then what happens is you won't have the explosiveness, okay? Once you get your shoulder below the hip, you still need explosiveness. So you won't have the explosiveness necessary if you don't have the strength. So you need understanding of the fundamentals, you need flexibility, and you need strength. And then the last thing is you got to visualize, okay, visualize the whole picture. Visualize the whole event that's taking place. What happens when you dunk on somebody? Okay? What happens when you go to kick a field goal? What happens when you go to score a field goal in soccer? What happens when you throw a pitch? What happens when you hit a tennis ball? All of these things, all of these sports require that you slow your mind down and you get into the moment with your sport. Learn the fundamentals of the movements that the bodies are going to go through in slow motion and repeat them over and over and over again in your mind until on the court you repeat it over and over and over again in your body, and then in the game it just naturally happens. Okay? It's Coach Selby here. I'm checking out. I'm out in the desert. It's a beautiful day out in the desert. So you can apply those things. I am challenging myself to meet new friends and expand this knowledge out there into the world. So if any of you guys have any questions, any comments, any challenges, send it to me. Let's talk about it. Let's get going and make this thing happen. It is October. The season is quickly upon us. October 15th starts. So the next 2 weeks you need to get all of your little fundamental stuff based. You got to get all your fundamental stuff in. Okay? Because a lot of time coaches don't really review those, and it's up to you to do it. So last thing, remember, we want to understand the fundamentals. Shoulder to hip is always a good one, a shoulder to knee. You want to increase your flexibility. Okay? Every joint. All the hip joints. I'll do another one of these on quickness for hips. And then you got to build strength all the way through your body. Okay? This is Coach Selby here, stretch expert. I am checking out. I'll talk to you soon.